Hey Campbell and friends, here I am at Windmill Point. This is where my home is located. What a week we had. We had a storm come through and it tore trees and limbs and created all this litter. But in a nearby community in Akron, there was terrible damage. We know the tornado touched down there. The winds were clocked at 135 miles an hour. Some 24 homes and structures have been damaged, and many of those were destroyed entirely. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock, there'll be a cleanup crew. It meets at the Church of the Nazarene, and they'll go into Akron. And if you've got a chainsaw or a trailer to bring along, we're going to help those folks clean up their yards, get everything to the side of the road so that the trucks from the county can come in and pick up the first level debris. Bring gloves, bring a mask if you'd like, but help us out. The other is there's a family from the community, a family of 4, and they are now homeless. They're being housed in a hotel, and we're accepting contributions to offset that cost. Those contributions should be made to the Emergency Management Services for Lancaster County, or give them a call and ask for Christy. All those funds will help offset the cost of the hotel. We've got a few folks to keep in mind prayerfully. Please keep Judy and Pete Epps in prayer. Judy is very weak, her time is short, and Pete is living on the prayers and support of his church family right now. Emma Robertson, who was at Sheltering Arms, is back in Kilmarnock. She's at the Lancashire for a few days, and then she's going home. And then, of course, tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Curry Funeral Home, we have the service for Patrick Newman. If you can be there, you'll be most welcome. Following the service, interment will be at Campbell in our cemetery. Let's see. Our church pennants took a beating this week. Love and hope and joy were literally torn from their staffs and shattered and torn a bit. So we're going to have to replace those and get a little love and joy and hope back into our lives. And we do that when we are in worship and we care for one another and reach out. So Sunday, I'm going to preach about a storm. This is the storm that we know of when the disciples were in the boats and the sea was tossing and they were frightful. Jesus approaches walking on the sea. They think they have seen a ghost. They're filled with fear. When Jesus cries out, Peter recognizes him and says, "Lord, if it's you, call me." And he steps from the boat. He takes a few steps, and then in fear and dismay, he begins to sink. Jesus rescues him by grabbing him by the arm. And once in the boat, then the stilling of the storm occurs. Sometimes our fear is fear of the world. I wonder if sometimes our fear is the fear of faith itself. Let's talk about that. I'll see you on Sunday, 9 o'clock at the park. See you then. Until then, take care of yourselves. Goodbye. God bless.